Shalom, Shalom Yasharala. It's your brother Gadal. Call Halal Yimla, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushua Bahashim Kakodash. Excuse me, Salaki. Peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me the 100% truth. And this quick lesson, we're going to get into basically, it's very, just remember that it's beneficial to be serving Yahweh Shai to keep his commandments, because, I'm going to get into it in Sirach chapter 19, verse 19, it says the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. Doctrine goes into sayings, teachings, and, if you want to use a similar word, it goes into a way, a lot of life. All right. You got to remember, the Lord gave us these commandments for a reason, and it's always to make us better. It's not to make us worse. You can see what that looks like with simply the society that we're living in right now. You see it's worse, man. Why? Because, man, these devils do not keep the commandments. And that's why this is basically a shit show, living here. Woman is over your man. The woman over the man acting like women acting like man, etc. But if we lived in an actual God-fearing country, like they say this is, if we did, then everything, it will be order. It will be order and it will be peace, because everybody be acting accordingly. All right, now you still be, us being in the flesh, we obviously still wouldn't be perfect. We still be prone to going off, but it'll be way better than how it is now. You got a man can turn into a woman now, and a woman can turn into a man. I've seen a person I thought was a dude, and you seen his chest look like a woman's nipples, straight up woman nipples, and it was a woman. Actually, I seen it. It was a woman. I was like, ain't no way. That is, and he had a beard and everything. I was like, that is so disgusting. But that's the kind of place we live in. Not to stir too far off a topic, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. This is Sirach chapter 19. At verse 19, it says, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. All right. So, keeping these commandments of the Lord, not the Georgia Guidestones, the commandments of the Lord. All right. Not just the 10 commandments, the 613, keeping as many as you can to the best of your ability, is the way of life. All right. Because the scriptures literally guide you on how you should maneuver through life. It literally guides you on how you should deal with the police. All right. That's just one example. It was scripture say. It says, agree with thine adversary quickly. All right. The police pull you over. Hey, yes sir. Hey, be compliant. Whereas for nowadays, these niggas / 2/3, since they ain't got that understanding, they pop off at the mouth of the police, and then they wonder why their face is on the ground eating dirt, or they end up dead. All right. There's also scriptures that goes into being kind to others. All right. Imagine, someone that's been basically an asshole to everybody. Nobody likes him. Now he got people that's actually out to kill him and stuff because he an asshole. Where for a kind person, simply just saying hey to someone, like a random person, you can say hey, like, hey, how you doing? Their respect for you automatically go. They already look at you and see that you're good already. That's just simply being kind. It's like it's scriptures on this, and if you don't apply them, then you're gonna have troubles. All right, it's not gonna be easy. Stuff is gonna be messed up. You got the dietary laws. I love to talk about the dietary laws. You got the dietary law. It tells you not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and all that. Why? Because if you look at the things they eat, they will be considered in a category of you got pigs, for example. They're considered in a category of decomposers, meaning them are the kind of animals that eat dead things. In other words, they clean the earth by eating the dead things, and their body's okay. You're not supposed to eat something like that, but scriptures tell you not to eat something like that. It's unclean. Wherefore, the stuff that are clean, their diet, they eat like grass or hay, like cows. They eat hay. All right, and that's actually, and you eat that, you'll be okay. Or you can eat a deer. They eat grass or hay. You know, it's like, and then it's just like, it's just so much. It's like, it's so much that I can go into. That's like, man, it's the way of life, man. Serving the Lord is not a downfall. It's an upgrade. The biggest upgrade you could ever get living here. You keep the commandments to the best of your ability, man, and the Lord's gonna be pleased with you, man. And the Lord's gonna be pleased with you, and you're gonna notice in your life that it's so much better. You so much healthier than what you would have been if you wasn't keeping the commandments. You'd have been in way worse condition. Your mind would have been on a lower vibration. It's so much to it. It's very important to make sure that we are following the commandments to the best of our ability. Yes, we're not saved by it. All right, that's what Yahushua died for. Yahushua died so we don't be, hold to the curses of the law. All right, because there's some things we have all done that we deserve death over, but that's why Yahushua died. Yahushua got that part covered. As far as we do, we serve Yahushua to the best of our abilities, and we keep his commandments. Because scripture says, if you love me, keep my commandments. So if you love Yahushua like you say you do, you'll keep his commandments. All right. And on top of that, you keeping his commandment is going to benefit you anyway. The commandments are for you. It's not for the Lord. It's for you. All right. Let me get it right here. This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. It says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous. This is the love of the Lord, the fact that we're keeping his commandments. I already gave you an example. The last example I gave was what? The dietary laws. Don't eat that pork. Don't eat that clam and all that. They're unclean. Why? Because it's going to mess your body up. Look what they do. They clean the earth. Wherefore, you can eat a cow. You can eat a deer. Etc. You can eat other stuff too. You can eat a chicken. Their diet is completely different. They eat chicken, what? They eat like seeds. They eat seeds. All right? Stuff like that. It's like the Lord gave us these commandments, and it's to really benefit us. All right? And we are his people. So he only dealing with his people. So therefore, the ones that suffer from him the most, not keeping the most, is Israelites, because that's who it was given to. That's why you see the blacks are high, the so-called Negroes are high in diabetes or really diseases in general. Jake, because the law is given unto us, and you keep them, it's gonna benefit you in every reach way. All right, the Lord cares about us, man. All right, even though we are in this situation, but the Lord cares about us. We got these commandments, and it benefits us, man. All right, scriptures say, he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. And how do you sin? The sin is the transgression of the law / the commandments. All right, every time you break a commandment, man, you just sinned against the Lord. But you doing that is you're wronging yourself. So it's important that you keep the commandments to the best of your ability, because it benefits you anyway. It's not like the Lord doing it and it's like meant to fuck you over and you still got to do it. No, it literally helps you. Man, Lord willing, y'all was edified. Call halal yumla, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushua Bahashim Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Till next time I say, Shalom, Yasharallah.